calling out Democratic presidential hopeful Senator Cory Booker, giving him 4 Pinocchios. That's their highest claim for this.
We lost the state of Michigan because everybody from Republicans to Russians were targeting the suppression of African-American voters.
Now the Booker campaign is fighting back, saying, give me a break. Well, let's turn to Democratic strategist Max Burns and host of the Jesse Kelly Show, Jesse Kelly. Gentlemen, welcome to you both.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so there's been a lot looking into this. Katie Pavlich, one of our family friends here on Fox News, says this. Cory Booker blaming the 2016 Michigan loss to Trump on voter suppression instead of black voters not wanting to vote for elitist white woman Hillary Clinton. Jesse, what's your take?
My take is the Democrat Party's lost, and this Russian meddling Russia thing has become all they have to campaign on because they're a party without a message. They've completely lost the Rust Belt voters, and now they seem to be almost confused, Shannon, as to how to get them back. They're lost. It's like handing Bernie Sanders a comb. They don't know what to do.
All right. Well, his hair has been looking more kempt lately, I will say, a little bit more distinguished. Okay, the Census Bureau, this is some information coming from the Washington Post. According to the Census Bureau, 66.6% of African Americans voted in 2012, bringing their turnout ahead of white voters for the first time, which was at 64.1%. But in 2016, African American turnout declined to 59.6%, while white vote turnout rose to 65.3%. I mean, Max, in working through this whole thing, the Washington Post fact checker says there's no hard data to show that the Russians or the Republicans kept people from turning out to vote for Hillary Clinton.
Correct. And honestly, I'm just glad to see that we're acknowledging the Washington Post is a reliable paper that has a good fact checker. It's not fake news. And I hope that we'll stick with that going forward. But honestly, Cory Booker was right on half, that the Mueller Commission, even Secretary Pompeo, and occasionally Donald Trump has admitted that Russia meddled in our election, that those meddlesome internet efforts by the IRA were meant to drive down turnout. And these are things that we used to not deny until it became a partisan talking point.
All right, so let me, on that point, take you to Rolling Stone. On June 17th, under the article's title, "Please Stop Thinking This Will Be a Fair Election," GOP has long been engaged in methods of suppression, adding accepting foreign help to the list. Election security was a paramount issue for a lot of black and brown voters already, and now it should be for everyone planning to go to the polls in 2020. Jesse?
Well, Shannon, why is it voter suppression to ask somebody for an ID? You have to have an ID to buy a 6-pack of beer in this country. That's not voter suppression. That's just Democrats trying to go ahead and build in an excuse for why Donald Trump is going to curb stomp them next year. They don't have a message. This is a party completely lost without a message because they're not reaching out to Middle America anymore. They've completely ignored them. They need to go after Middle America like Kamala Harris going after pot smokers.
Well, not anymore, though. that position, I think, has changed a little bit over the years, but it was part of the dust-up between her and Tulsi Gabbard, obviously, the other night on the stage. Max, do you think that voter ID laws, would you categorize that as voter suppression?
I absolutely would, and I would categorize standing in the way of reenfranchising felons in Florida, which voters voted to do. That's voter suppression. What happened in Georgia with Stacey Abrams, where polling places were not given ballots in black areas, where polling booths were sent without the cords to turn them on. That's blatant voter suppression, and it's shocking just how open and proud Republicans are to practice it.
Jesse, final word to you on that.
Yeah, it's shocking to me that Democrats need felons and illegal immigrants to win elections. That's what's shocking.
All right, Jesse and Max, I don't think you two are hanging out this weekend, but we really appreciate you coming on the show together and giving us your viewpoints. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.